Yo, 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 what it is, what it do. Welcome back to Exhausted Reviews, where I'm exhausted and I make reviews. And today we have a couple shows to talk about. First off on our list, let's see, today's Saturday, which means Hell's Paradise came out, and Heavenly Delusion. We do have a secret show that we'll be using to bridge the gap. But for now, let's just take a look at Hell's Paradise because this episode was bonkers bananas. This whole. I really don't understand why people don't apparently aren't liking the show because this show is dope. They've perfectly unraveled the mystery enough that now the characters are kind of not feeling as lost. It finally feels like they're finally starting to actually make a dent in the world and not just getting kicked off one by one. And this guy right here, I don't even know his name, but this man is a legend, an absolute unit. This guy is a champion. This guy is poggers. I love this man. This guy is dope. He the way he freaking tears apart this dude and it unlocks his Tao eye. It's amazing. It's genius. It's beautiful. And he just bro, I honestly felt kind of bad for this dude. I mean, his Tao just keeps getting bigger and bigger, and the gap between them, bro, he crushes dude. And he's like, oh hey, I did it. He destroys that man. Look at that puddle, bro. I probably shouldn't be showing this on YouTube, man. This kind of stuff is not appropriate. And they did end up doing a bit of dissection on some of these, and this part didn't really have a whole bunch of relevance to it. However, the fight between the all the bugs and all the bugs and Gabimaru and this dude was freaking amazing. The guy who's in charge of this freaking weirdo centipede pulls up with the scary butterfly man. And these two guys put the work on them at first. You know, they're barely hanging in there. He has to. The guy is like, fine, I'll give you I'll give you the lowdown. You need all these cool things, cool powers, cool techniques to learn Tao, which the little girl, as we know, just kept saying, Tao strong, strong weak. And basically, Tao is about you kind of have to master your inner peace, your inner strength, and your inner weakness to allow yourself to be weak is the true power. I mean, Gabimaru has been sort of opening his heart to caring and being vulnerable ever since he got to the island, and that has sort of helped him in his training to master Tao because he has already gone through so much strength, and has been becoming more and more vulnerable, especially after having his wife. That he's just like a killing machine, man. At this point, he's just a killing machine. Well, let's get past that because yeah, unfortunately, this episode of Exhausted Reviews is gonna be the SA episode of Exhausted Reviews because Heavenly Delusion. This I don't know what happened this week, but there was some bad implications in this episode and some even worse implications in Heavenly Delusion, which we're gonna talk about because I'm very very mad at Disney right now, and you'll see why. But yeah, they basically say all the sex scenes they keep showing with the Tensen is actually how they help refresh their Tao. Is male and female energy, some kind of potential kinetic energy that is stored but through having the love making, and they want to freaking, even though this little girl looks like she's 1,000 years old or whatever, and they want to she Gabby Marshall sees her as like a child, and not only a child but a lady too. And so I was very very happy to see Chad feminist icon Gabby Maru sticking up for women's rights and protecting. Oh, you shouldn't have heard that. Sorry. And basically, trying to make sure she has her personhood still, and is not. She's treated like a person, even though he really bossed up. She kind of opened his gate a little bit, and then he was like, "All right, I got it from here." And then he not only did he put the smackdown on them at the end, he was like, "Bro, I'm the same level as a Tensen." So not only did he put the smackdown on those guys, but he was able to actually team up with the other guy, and freaking he was actually a team up with the other guy. That's hilarious. He kicked him that way, kicked the freaking centipedes, and then boom, they got their epic photo finish, epic, fantastic, swagalicious, beautiful double hit KO. Look at that explosion in the air, bing bang boom. We got ourselves the finale of an episode until we get to the very end of the episode, and they kill the freaking tree man. The tree man's freaking dead. The whole squad just pulled up to the gates, and they do not know what they're in for. I have a feeling that the fat guy's gonna die. I'm not gonna lie. I have a feeling he's gonna die. And I don't know. I don't care about him, but I do care about the show. The show, Studio Mappa, y'all cut them some slack, because all they do is put out nonstop bangers, and people want to hate on them constantly. Studio Mappa, I guarantee you, works harder than like 80% of the people who like watch the show. These guys, and you know, the anime industry is notoriously famous for underpaying their animators. So really, just like, it sucks that Crunchyroll sucks. Otherwise, I would definitely be like supporting these guys with my hard-earned money. But for sure, like, if you can buy the Blu-ray for this show, buy it. Watch the show, watch it. Get other people to watch it, because this show is, I feel like, it's really slept on. Everyone I know who's seen it has liked it. It's killers on an island with full of killer nature. Like, it's got everything any action fan could want in it. Yeah, it's a little slow and got some mystical world building in it, but I think it does enough to separate itself. Wow, this is loud. I think it does enough to separate itself from the rest of the action shows, especially the ones that are out this season. So I give this week's episode of Hell's Paradise a nice 8 out of 10. Good stuff, solid stuff. Really love to see it. And I'm hoping the next episode is just is just even more nonstop action. Let's move on to our next show, which actually came out yesterday. Dr. Stone. Okay, I lied. It came out Thursday. But, yeah, Dr. Stone's season finale just happened. Stone Wars is over. It'll be back in October. We don't really have much of a conclusion to this season, which I thought was interesting. The release schedule of Dr. Stone has been strange, because they definitely released an OVA in between season 2 and 3 that was like actually important to the plot. It introduced a very important character, so if you missed that, you're kind of just like out of luck. I wonder how people who were on Adult Swim got that. I wonder if they played that on Adult Swim or not. Which is crazy to me that Dr. Stone is an Adult Swim, because it's like definitely the most like child-friendly anime on that show, on that channel. And sometimes you need that, especially on like an adult network, because there are going to be kids that kind of like that will stay up and watch anime. So it's good to have some PG stuff there. Next, yeah. So they were able to. This is actually a very emotional moment. So Kohaku is over here trying to break this rock with some of the rat tools. They end up making plaster, which apparently can crush statues. It's like a silent bomb. I don't know what the frick is going on here. But yeah, she gets a little grinder to make little holes so they can distribute the force. And the force of the plaster expanding to crack the foundation of the rock. And it works. It works a little too well, though. So not only does she, so what's great is that she is kind of hilarious. So I love how she actually literally breaks the jar. She literally breaks what was holding all the gold. And seeing this honestly kind of had me scared too. I was like, bro, ain't no freaking way it's literally just sand. It's got to be something else. But you can kind of tell from looking at it. It had a bit of a goldish tint to it. So you can kind of tell that I didn't actually realize this is how platinum was found usually. It was by, I'm sure they'll show it in a second, but yeah, it's crazy. So you think it's sand, but it's actually gold dust. So when you're finding that little speck right there, this little speck right here, one sec, let me get my hand up. I don't know if I need to. You guys have to see this. This little speck. Right here. Right here. This little speck. Right here. On his fingertip. That's platinum. And they found that and he was like, you know, it takes a while to find platinum because it's pretty rare, so it's gonna be hard to find more platinum. But then they keep going through the sand, and they get more and more platinum, and they're like, dude, this must have taken decades to get. And then we cut back to the past with Senku's father, and yeah, no, it literally took decades. It literally took decades for him to collect all that. He spent the rest of his life collecting platinum for Senku, so he could make it somehow. So he knew he was gonna need that to make the revival fluid or something. I don't know how he knew they would need all that platinum, but still, gotta respect the man's dedication to his son. He's done so much for the show. Honestly, there wouldn't be half of the show without Byakuya and his genius and his smarts to plan ahead for Senku in the future. You really love to see these wholesome dad vibes, especially from an adopted father, which I feel like there's no way they're not related. I feel like, I don't know why he would lie about that, but I feel like there's no way there's not related, because these dudes are geniuses. These dudes are seriously, like, incredible. And it was so, we also, at the end, we get the surprise. We get, okay, I gotta stop. Everyone's always talking to me during this stuff. But I hate turning on my D&D because I miss out on stuff. So yeah, yeah, we get more platinum dust. Suika, of course, is still super cool, and yeah, we get this whole. I think I'm not sure what exactly the process is, but somehow they get nitric acid, and this dude right here figures out they have an intruder. They find more broken glass, and hey, bro, it's wild. I'm kind of sad that it's on break now and that it won't be back until I'm kind of mad it won't be back until October, because it's a good show. Season 2 was alright. It wasn't the best, but I really liked this season. This season was fun. They did a lot better job of like pacing it out, and there wasn't like as much science, but I think the story here of like actually trying to get here made up for it for sure, because we're actually it's not just a war that was kind of built up. We're actually exploring new territories, which is very cool, very fun stuff, and we have unknown enemies beyond the horizon. So I'm really happy to see this. So the last show, I will definitely give this episode of Dr. Stone, give it an 8.7. It was pretty good. But yeah, definitely looking forward to more Dr. Stone. Thank you for the season finale, guys. You guys did great. You guys did amazing. So shout out to you guys. Thank you for this episode. Next on our list, last but not least, we have Heavenly Delusion. And this episode was a doozy. This episode was a freaking doozy, because when I tell you some stuff happened in this episode, man, some stuff happened in this episode. Dude, this show just never feels like it's 20 minutes. First off, we gotta start off talking about the freaking collapse. The freaking collapse. The sky starts, the something happens in the future facility or whatever this place is, and the ceiling literally starts falling. Where is it? The ceiling is literally falling. And it's horrifying, honestly. It's scary. Yeah, oh my god. It's horrifying. The ceiling it's horrifying. Look at this. We don't even know what happened, but like I have always loved from the beginning how this show just drops you in between time frames and doesn't tell you anything. And there's some kind of motif going on with the hands, as we see later on eventually, because we get to this town and there's food here. They have like a chip system where you can register and become a citizen here, and there's a lot of cool stuff. And then Hiroko, the main girl, pulls up a picture of Robin to the front desk, and they're like, "Oh yeah, let me call this guy. Oh yeah, well, we got you a meeting set up." And like, I knew not to trust him just because like this episode didn't really hide it, but I thought they were gonna like he was gonna like try to like kidnap her and study his brain or something. Like, because we all know this is his brain was put. He used to be friends with the dude, and then he got hit by the car or whatever, and his brain got put inside. His brain got put inside his sister's brain after he got attacked by a man eater. I don't know why. We don't know why yet. That's like part of the mystery we're trying to find out. But yeah, so Mimihime, they all get to the wall and they have the little Promised Neverland moment. Also, what is there like a clone of Tokio's baby now? What the freak is this? So yeah, they go out and they. So I mean, yeah, this place is just a mess. This place is not. This guy is a mess, and it's honestly disturbing. And it brings me, and the fact that he didn't. I really thought he was that Maru was gonna go and like bring her the gun or something, investigate, but no, he is just in bed at home, and we get this. I mean, this horrible scene. I mean, I'm trying to skip past it, but and skip to the hand part because like it's bad, man. It's some oh my god, some shit happens here. I can't even skip around this part honestly because like where was it? Yeah, here right at the end, they do some kind of metaphor with the hand and the tomatoes. Oh no! Oh no! I just realized what the tomato dripping meant. Oh my god, no, bro! And this is I am so mad at Disney. I wish Disney would just fucking stop doing anything with anime. It is so annoying to have amazing shows like Heavenly Delusion and Summertime Rendering be swept by without a moment's notice. People don't care about these shows. People aren't really watching these shows because Disney is just obscuring their release method and like I feel like Disney getting shows is just a net negative. I would literally rather have like Netflix or maybe even I don't know, man. I feel like the shows Disney has been buying up do not reflect the kind of content that they like to put out. It's like nothing in the show has ever been like Disney friendly, Disney material. It's always been PG-13. But this episode especially, I worry and I fear that it's going to be received negatively, or that it's just not even going to be received at all because I don't know a lot of people talking about the show, and the show is genuinely one of my favorite shows of the season, and it just sucks that for the last like few seasons, all of my like really good shows that I want to watch have been bought up by Disney. Disney just owns. They just own everything. They won't stop until they've bought everything and ruined everything and ruined all of your favorite shows, all of your favorite franchises. They're all in the dirt. They're all dead and buried. They're gonna take all their live action, all their cartoon movies, make live action remakes. They started with 101 Dalmatians, and I couldn't get enough of those straight to DVD sequels that also just shot on the legacy of their films. And now they just gotta remake everything. And they're buying up anime that they don't even know what to do with. They don't even deserve it. This should be on like High Dive or something. I should really start paying for High Dive. So they're actually the only company that I actually like. There's not enough shows on there for me to justify that because of Crunchyroll and Disney and Netflix and companies like that. And I just hate everything. And I just hate everything, man. I'm so mad at this world for the way that anime is treated in the West. And for the way the animators are treated too. People shit on these animators all the time for no reason. Especially the Attack on Titan animators, like Mappa, they were shitting on Mappa. Like, yeah, the CGI was noticeable, but it wasn't like bad. You know, it was okay. It's not worth getting so angry and aggressive towards the people actively working to make content you're basically enjoying for free. Because the companies aren't getting a lot of money from streams, that's for fucking sure. Crunchyroll is definitely not putting a lot of money back into the anime industry. They're definitely trying to make High Guardian Spice and all that other nonsense like that, and Noblesse. They'd much rather make Tower of God one season of that and then never talk about it again than pick up good shows and just let it ride. But yeah, that's my little rant. Crunchyroll proved me wrong by sponsoring me, and I'm gonna give this week's episode of Heavenly Delusion a 9 out of 10. Cause man, I mean, this episode was heartbreaking. It was everything they wanted to accomplish. I can't even like. Can I skip around to the Promised Neverland section of the where the kids see the outside. No, okay, there. That's like the most I can show. Cause like, dude, this dude's really twisted, man. This episode was really twisted, and this show has never shied away from adult subject matter. But this episode really put our main character like, this is gonna change. This, and I'm pretty sure the next episode is the finale too. I don't know if they're planning on season 2 for this, but man, like, I'm definitely looking forward to watching this. Let me know if you guys are looking forward to any other shows. We'll look at some shows next season too, to see if there's anything worth watching. But I hope you guys, whenever you're watching this, have a beautiful night, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.